Hello, everyone, and welcome to Solshow. Today, we're looking at the Bob's Burgers movie. And first and foremost, take it from the perspective that I am not a big Bob's Burgers watcher. My wife is a fan of the show. You know, she might slap it on before bed and I'll fall asleep to it sometimes. Or I've caught an episode here and there. Never during its main runtime though did I flip on the telly and be like, "Oh, Bob's Burgers on, honey. We gotta." No, that didn't happen. But I do have a fondness for the series, but I'm not like a fanboy or anything. But with a big movie around the works, I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Like I know the characters well enough to get the jokes and get the reoccurring moments and stuff like that. But there have been a lot of cartoons that try to do a big motion picture, whether it be The Simpsons or SpongeBob. Sometimes it translates well, and then sometimes it's just unnecessary. And this is one of those times where I thought it was just a fine accompanying piece. It really just feels like a Bob's Burger movie, like times three with a little extra razzle dazzle here and there. With character designs like this, it's not like they're gonna turn up the animation quality to infinity, but there's a bit of a polish here, you know, there's a little bit more color correction, a little bit more razzle dazzle, as I said. But for the main gist of this film, if you like Bob's Burgers, you just want a nice deluxe episode, that's basically what this is. The characters get a little bit of an arc. I say that with a little bit of hesitation. Bob, who's just kind of depressed about the family being broke and about to lose all their kitchen equipment, and thus the restaurant is going to go up in shambles. It's a nice real world quest. Like, I like when characters actually are just stressed about things I'm stressed about. Linda's just kind of like the hype man of this movie. Gene, that's the boy, right? I fucking hate this kid. That kid, he's my least favorite character in this entire franchise. There's just something about his delivery and his jokes that make me feel like I'm watching something like really dumb. Like the first time you watch Bob Burgers, you're kind of just like, oh, this feels like one of those like really low IQ kind of cartoons. That's how he makes me feel, like I'm watching a show for babies. Louise is actually kind of like the main character. Her bunny ears are like a huge theme of this movie, and someone at school called her a baby. And that's a big deal. That's like the crutch of the storytelling in this movie. But for the most part, they're just trying to have some fun, tell some jokes here. There is a little bit of a quest with the restaurant having this giant sinkhole out in front, and there's a dead body in there that they find, but they can't pay rent because they think their landlord might be the killer, and so they go on a little investigative quest. Did I mention this is a musical too? Yeah, the film has a couple things going for it. Going back to the musical thing, all the characters are off key. They sound terrible, and I honestly think this is one of the best scenes I've seen in cinemas this year. And you know what? This might just be a glorified Bob's Burgers episode, but you know what? With how little comedy is in theaters nowadays, I will gladly take this. I'll watch Bob's Burger over and over again if it means I can laugh in the theaters and there's other people there laughing too. That didn't happen in my watch. There's barely anybody there. They were all children. What is happening to cinemas? But really, these three characters at the top, Tina, Linda, Bob, those three are enough to carry the show by itself, and their delivery, their comedy is perfect. There's a small little arc where Bob just becomes an illegal street vendor and is just anxious about it the whole time. Again, those are the things I appreciate about this franchise. Bob is just like suffering in human form, and I love him, and his mustache. I love him. So I pretty much got what I was expecting with this movie. It didn't like knock me on my ass. I'm not going to be singing the high praises of Bob's Burger. At the end of the year when I'm doing my top 10 of 2020, it's not like I'm going to have Bob's Burger. I'm just like soaring to the moon with it or anything. It's a pleasant movie. It's probably something you would find on streaming services and have an alright night with, but it's not bad either. It really just comes down to, do you like these characters? Does the awkward, somewhat immature, but at the sometimes really clever comedy suit you? Do you enjoy that? Does that suit you? Can you watch something that can you watch characters that look like Tina for over an hour straight? I'm gonna give the Bob's Burgers movie a decent 7 out of 10. Probably not gonna watch it ever again, but I had a fun time with it. Made me wanna maybe watch some more Bob's Burgers episodes, but I probably won't because I'm just drowning in content all the time. But I would like to do things like that sometimes. But it doesn't always happen, but talking about it in videos makes me feel better. So, with all that being said, thank you for watching as always, and until next time, don't be afraid to like the video and comment. As always, I have all my social media if you want to hear me talk for all eternity. I'm sure there are links down below. Until next time, with that, I leave you.